You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!
All right, yo, man, 15 Minutes of Fame. The beautiful Shooney the Rapper.
Talented.
You got two dimples? That's why I think I love you to death, but I'm jealous.
Well, you
Because I only got one.
I mean, that's what you're my uncle. You were supposed to pass it down. Okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah, something's better than nothing, right?
Facts.
They said it's a song called 10% of something is better than 100% of nothing at all. And that's a fact.
I mean, that's probably an old song. I don't really know that, but
it definitely
agree with
is.
the saying. I agree with it.
It definitely is. Don't make me start singing it. How you feeling?
I feel good.
You look good.
you.
Faceoff, you versus Viixen. I love this matchup.
Me too.
I love this matchup. And I was talking to her earlier. I just want to make sure we do not allow these people to forget the fucking run that you've been on.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? So I don't.
People like to forget shit like that.
Yes, they do.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like
they
to
do.
Forget that.
Yeah.
I was on a run then. Had that baby. I'm on a run now. Now these bitches gonna run for me. You feel me?
One of the very few that leaves, have a baby, come back, smoke shit, and then go back and have a baby, come back and smoke shit.
Listen, I'm trying to make this the last one. I cannot promise y'all, but I'm trying to make this the last one, y'all.
It's all right, though. We welcome you back every time because you're always entertaining us. You versus Viixen, was she ever on your radar? Did you ever say, I want to battle Viixen at some point?
I mean, like I said, this is the rematch, so you know what I mean? It's happened before, and then,
Why am I lost today?
I don't know. Guerrilla warfare, probably about 8 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah.
See, I
it was a while ago.
don't. Somebody's gonna take my media card.
They do.
away.
It was a while ago.
One
but
round?
The footage never came out. It was 3 rounds. The footage never came out.
Okay, so it never came out. So I'm
she
clear of
stopped
the.
in her
Okay.
second or whatever. But I don't talk about. Neither one of us talk about it much. It's just the only thing that when people like, oh, you versus Viixen, I remind them that it is a rematch.
Right.
This happened already. You know what I mean? And due to her, we didn't finish the battle, and it never came out. You know what I'm saying? So I just make that clear. But it wasn't nothing that I've always talked about or whatever the case may be. But then when she started getting on her run and she battled that C Battle League versus Nina Cruzet, I was like, it might be time for me to kick your ass for real, you know? And then she kept going.
Right.
There, you know what I mean? And then I'm like, now she really getting on my nerves. Let me go see this bitch real quick. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was.
Nice. And the thing is like, Viixen is not a new person. But she started getting really, really hot as of late.
The
last 2 years?
2-3 years.
Yeah.
That's why I said, she said 5 years, but I'm like, I gotta disagree. Probably about the last
She was
2-3
always
years.
hot to me.
No, she's always been good.
Yes.
But I mean, like, really bubbling. Last 2-3 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She started making a real name for herself, is what I say. You know what I mean? We could agree to disagree on that, but I feel like the last 2-3 years, she really, really, really became a staple. You know what I'm saying?
And not to make you seem old, but you've been in this game for a long time. And it's like, and then there were a lot of battles I was hoping you would wind up getting, but instead you just started going around and you were just battling.
Because
you know?
at that point, it was like, if I'm not gonna get the looks that I want and I deserve, then I'm gonna go for the bag. And those battles still turned out to be very good battles.
Very
you know
good.
What I'm saying? So now it's still perfect timing for me because a lot of battles are still on the table.
Yes.
You know, so now that we're in this setting, I still got the E-Hearts, the Jazzes, the Couture, you know what I mean? Ton of people to get out of the way. Gaddis, you know? There's a ton of people that can be on this great ass platform. So I think, I probably did a service going that other route.
Sometimes you got to do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to veer off and come back.
Recognize, you know what I'm saying, what you bring to the table and shit. So, but I'm back.
You ain't never left. Not in my eyes. So.
I tried to retire. Shout out to Devo. He publicly declined my offer to retire. I said it on Twitter. I said I'm retiring, and he wrote me and said denied. And I said, all right, I guess I'll resend that. And,
Number one, you're still needed in this culture. We
I
still
appreciate
need you, your energy, and everything that you bring to the table in this culture. And like you said, there's still so many more battles that are out there, and you ain't skipped a beat. So you.
I mean, but at that point when I said I was retiring, we didn't have all of this that was going on. It kind of was like the same shit. And then once it kind of refreshed and got a new set of legs, I was like, all right, maybe I won't retire. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's right. There is some shit that I could finish up and got to do or whatever the case may be. So, I'm there.
Shooney the Rapper
Yes.
versus Viixen the Assassin tomorrow on Caffeine. Thank you for your time. Always good to see you, baby.
Always. Shooney the rapper, 15 minutes of fame. Y'all know this is like my home away from home. That's my uncle. Y'all know that's my uncle for real though. When y'all look at us, we looking like we got the dimples. I be trying to tell y'all. I text him on holidays. I send him family pictures. That is my
Happy
uncle.
Father's Day.
Yeah,
The other day, I'm like,
exactly.
teardrop.
Of course.
Love
I always
Shooney.
do.
Thank you, baby.
No problem.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.